Testing, testing, 1, 2. Guys, we had to come back. We finally got the break we were looking for. I mean, just really being patient, really fighting, really just holding on. So many paper cuts were taken. But as you remember me speaking about that continuation candle, and we got the continuation candle, and it came with the break of the V here. So we saw that was going to potentially happen. We just kept our eye on it. We know there's going to be a conversation here. This is demand. There's going to be a conversation here. No doubt about it. There's going to be a conversation here. But with the break of this V, with this lower high, okay, that gave us the confidence to step back in and take a put. That's exactly what I did, was take the put right here, taking a 449 put. And I've given myself a profit target of 100%. Again, also, I'm going to let the trade itself. We know there's going to be discussion here at this support area. You have support underneath it. You have another V underneath that. You have VWAP underneath that. Getting a nice flush to here would be amazing. I actually had to come back on air because we finally got the break we were looking for. However, we still can't be tricked or confused. We do want to take the blessings as they come. VWAP means volume weighted average price. And that's what this is right here, Prince. This is the volume weighted average price. And the stock has a tendency to hang around VWAP. VWAP has a tendency to act as a magnet. One thing that we've learned is that when the stock is above VWAP, it has a more bullish sentiment. When it is above VWAP, it has a much stronger bullish sentiment. And when the stock is below VWAP, it has a much stronger bearish sentiment. So this acts as a magnet. Prince, the stock is now approaching what would be another entry point for a put, which would be another break of the V. Let me show you that here. Okay, I got in with the break of this V, meaning everybody that was here was in trouble and they had to cover. And then we put in a lower high, as you can see here. We had a high, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, okay? Which is taking us right to this V. With the break of this V, Prince, every bull above this is in trouble. So the bulls would have to average down, meaning they would have to buy more, but they would have to sell. And with bulls selling here as well, that would give us a nice quick flush, which is why I went for 100% profit on this particular trade. Got in at 80. My profit target is 160. Don't know if it'll happen, but if it does, it'll be quick. Now, Prince, a lot of things can happen in VWAP, but luckily only 3 things can happen. It could either hit VWAP, bounce off of VWAP, or it could hit VWAP, go sideways, or it could hit VWAP and flush. And remember, with the volume weighted average price, when the stock price is above it, it's a much stronger bullish sentiment. But when the stock price gets below it, it is a much stronger bearish sentiment. And this has started taking place right now, even though it is before 1 o'clock. I didn't even know I was coming back on the air right now, but I had to come back on the air to show you guys this move. This money that's being made right now is phenomenal. Join us. Join us. Join us. It's phenomenal. It's absolutely worth the risk, because with this VWAP break, we're going to get an extreme flush. And I'm hoping that that'll take me right to profit. Now, of course, we're going to have a conversation at VWAP. Of course. Of course. Of course. And Prince, this is what I was referring to. It can get the VWAP, and to really truly be honest with you, Prince, in any other circumstances, our first profit target would be VWAP. Because remember, like I said, it can hit VWAP and bounce. And that is exactly what it is doing right now. It is hitting VWAP and bouncing. My only question is going to be how hard and how far is it going to bounce? And I'm willing to be patient because now I would like the tide to turn a little bit. I would like the bears to use these bulls as liquidity for a further push down and below VWAP. And I believe that's where the sweet spot is going to be. Don't know yet. Time to tell. But we do know that this is the opportunity for the bulls to do something. We also have 3 minutes left on this 30-minute candle. Three minutes left on the 30-minute candle as well. Come this far, we have to be a little more patient. Now, and if you do see, yes, there is an inverse cup forming, even though, to be honest, in order to complete the cup, it would have to come all the way back to the 446. So it's just appearing that way as of now. Right now, the main thing is VWAP. And whether or not VWAP will continue to hold, whether or not VWAP will continue to be used as support, as this weekly support was finally broken and is 1 minute away from turning into resistance. One minute left on the 5-minute candle. 1 minute left on the 30-minute candle. Very important. 1 minute. And if you guys remember earlier, okay, when I drew the head and shoulders, okay, if you guys recall, this was the area here. This was the area here. I had no idea about this, in all honesty. And this is the area here. The 448. So for those of you who are not in a put right now and would like to get in a put, this is where you want to do it. With the break of this 448, with the break of VWAP. It's just a matter of patience right now. We saw the algos. We called them out early this morning. We knew what they would look like. We just didn't have no idea when it would take place. So all this trying to grab at the head on a day like today was foolish when we have 4 to 5 times more volume than any other day in the market. It's just simply best to wait and be patient. Amazing. For those of you who use Fibonacci, you will see that even on the Fibonacci from the low point to the high point, that 50% mark is right here at the line that we already have drawn. How about that? We already had the line drawn. How about that? That is awesome. Don't know, Prince. Don't know. And anyone who says they do know is lying. But I did see the head and shoulders forming, and typically when we have a head and shoulders form, 85% of the time the stock will go down further. However, this is not a normal day. It was not a normal day from the very beginning. The stock is up $9 at its highest point from yesterday's close. Amazing. There has to be a fight here. There has to be a conversation here. The bulls have to defend this area. You can see the liquidity here. This was the original left shoulder, Prince, I spoke about going all the way back to 10 o'clock this morning. Not knowing it would take 2.5 hours for the move to happen. But the move has happened. So if it does break below this, Prince, we will see a nice size red candle. And it will be followed by another red candle. And that will be your money maker for those of you who are not in this already with me. For me, at that point, it might be my area. Take profits. Who knows? This thing could very well come all the way back. We have the market makers, we have the big banks, we have all the big guys coming back from lunch. Which generally happens around 1 o'clock. love to get my money and run before 1 o'clock. We're just being observant. This is the area we spoke about this morning. As you know, on this channel, we like to see who's in trouble, where will they be in trouble at, and then let us join them in their covering. And that's how we make very easy money. We noticed first thing this morning that there was an uptrend. Our guy Prince was in this and made some very good money on that call this morning. Congratulations again to Prince. After that, I noticed some heavy liquidity right now. And with this kind of liquidity, this is a shoulder. Now, knowing with that being the case, it was still in the uptrend. A lot more money was still to be made in the call position. Not knowing how high the stock will go up, not knowing exactly where the head would show itself. All we could identify was the shoulder. No, Prince, no. Oh, praise is due to Allah. We're just grateful that we're able to see and identify things what the algos are doing, but we knew that today was going to be a day unlike any other. Extremely different day, more of a learning day than anything. More of a learning day. Market gapped up $6 at 8:30. Okay. Then from there it went up another $4 or $5 to $4.99, a total of $9 from yesterday's close. Never experienced a day like today. And that's the beauty of us being on this journey together. We sit here, we talk, we discuss, we see what's going on, we come up with a plan, and then we execute. So in reality, we do expect something to happen here in the next 15 minutes at 1 o'clock when these guys start coming back from lunch. But the market, the only thing that we do know is the market has, for now, broken its uptrend, and for now has put in a lower high. But this is the right shoulder. Normally, she would have already continued down. But this right shoulder is also here at VWAP. And VWAP is typically your first profit taking area. And at VWAP, it can bounce, which it has done. Or it could go lower. Or it could go sideways. What I would like to see is the bears set these bulls up so that these bulls can be used as liquidity to push this thing down below VWAP. Will it happen? No one knows. If they say they know what's going to happen, they are lying. All we can do is wait and see what the market decides to do, and then jump in on that train as it picks a direction that it would like to go in. It's truly been a day of patience. We called the move out at 10 o'clock. And the move didn't alert us until 12:20. And even now, it's still not safe to get in just yet. Not yet. market could very well go back up. Just have to wait and see. One thing for sure, guys, we definitely are experiencing the effects of what a CPI report can do to the market. So we're all learning together. We're all observing together. But we needed to see that. As here we have a agreement between the bulls and the bears. Here we have the high here, a lower high here, agreement between the bulls and the bears. As of now, well, we'd have to wait until the candle closes. Again, a very unusual day. I know we've been spoiled here. We've normally made our money by 11 o'clock in the morning. But this is a very unusual day today, guys. Seven minutes to the 1 o'clock hour. And let's hope that these big banks, the market makers, they want to come back and have a selling party. One and a half minutes left on this 5-minute candle. I at least want to wait till it's 1 o'clock. Candle comes in and see what happens. Alrighty, here we go. Less than 10 seconds left, guys. My stop will now be right here. If we break this, we can definitely expect further upward continuance, and I don't want to be around for that. Don't forget to join us tomorrow morning at 9:25. We go live every morning from 9:25 to 11 o'clock. Today is just an unusual day, guys. Oh, yeah. Thanks for that, Dr. J. Hit the bell so you'll be notified when we go live. That is close enough for me. Just wanted to see if we would get that break. Doesn't look like we're gonna get it. Still haven't quite decided yet with this 1 o'clock hour what they want to do. But we can clearly see the bulls have been buying up lower prices. All the wicks, these bottom wicks, are indication of bulls buying, buying, buying. We've seen enough.
Bluetooth disconnected.
Be very interesting to see how the next 3 hours go, guys. We will definitely talk about it in the morning, inshallah, as we then set up a plan of attack. The bulls got a hold of today and they never let go. Great money was made in the morning off the calls. Another decent amount of money was made off the calls up until we got into this sideways action. Great money was made off this put. Wish I would have exited everything right here at VWAP, but it was worth the risk to see if we could build some liquidity for a push down lower. But it didn't happen. When a stock hits VWAP, 3 things can happen. It can either bounce, go down, or go sideways. And in this case, it bounced. We ran back into that 1 o'clock hour when the market makers typically come back from lunch, and we can see what effect that had on the 30-minute chart. So the 2 beautiful red candles that we did have coming off of the high of the day were being used as liquidity for the bulls to push even higher. What we were looking for was a continuation candle here, but when we didn't get that, okay, this is a great place to take profits. I held on a little longer to see if we would actually turn back around. We didn't, so I got out. Will no longer trade anymore today. We'll go back and review this day when it ends. Come up with a plan for tomorrow and live to trade another day. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This is Abdul Shabazz for some real change stock option journey. God bless you and have a great day. Bye for now.